guys, it's your boy PD Gaming, bringing you back another video. As you can see, we're going to be talking about the supply drop problem that's going on in Black Ops 3. Now, most people like it, some people hate it, probably most people hate it. My opinion, I'm not a fan of it either. I haven't got any of the new weapons, and I probably spent about like $150. And I still don't even get the weapons, because I bought Season Pass, I bought the game, and then I bought some COD points, and I still haven't even got any of the weapons. But we're not going to be talking about myself. We're going to be talking about the supply drop system. Now, the supply drop system, it's something that was in Advanced Warfare, where they had gun variants. Advanced Warfare was probably worse, but you kind of have like a better chance because of every like level. In this game, it's kind of like you have to play at least 5 games to get a rare supply drop, or like 3 to 5 games for a common, depends how good you do. But in this game, in the beginning, it was just cosmetic items. It was just camos, jesters, calling cards, all that. But now it's starting to go into weapons. I mean, they had melee weapons, which, you know, who cares? It's just melee weapons. It's just a reskin of combat knife. But now they're starting to get into weapons like sniper rifles, assault rifles, pistols, assault rifles, everything like that. And it shows like how far this will go into the game. Maybe they're gonna start having like MP7. I heard they're gonna have, like, they could come out AK-47. I heard they're gonna come out with more and more guns. But is this gonna be turning to the pay-to-win type of game, or is it just gonna be like reskins of other guns? In my opinion, it's just not the best system. I mean, it's not pay to win yet, but who knows? They could come out with a really overpowered gun. You got the sniper rifle with aim assist, which none of the other snipers have. So it kind of shows that they're starting to make improvements to the guns later on. Pretty soon, we might even have like an ACR from like NW2. Who knows? Well, not NW2. But like, there's just guns that I feel like they could bring out, and they might. Now, there's one thing I've been hearing is the 10th Specialist. It might be in the supply drops. That would ruin Call of Duty. I mean, it would ruin this Call of Duty. It would really make people mad. If they're mad right now, then they're gonna be way mad. Cause if it's in supply drops, a lot of people aren't gonna get it, and it's gonna be really rare to get it. And yeah, it would just suck, cause I probably won't even get it. But another thing is most of the big YouTubers right now are making videos of this. There's T Martin. I don't know if Ali has done it. I know Chaos has done it, and those are some big YouTubers, and I know other YouTubers out there that made videos. But that's something that I don't even remember in Advanced Warfare people made videos of this. They didn't make videos of the problem in Advanced Warfare because they knew it wasn't gonna go out of the game. But this they can fix. Now, people mostly blame Treyarch or Activision. I don't know who's doing it. You really can't say who's doing it, because, like, I mean, Treyarch might be doing it, but then again, Activision might want the money. You can't really say who's doing it, because this has been in Advanced Warfare, and I think Advanced Warfare came up with the idea. And if Activision just wants this money, then it just shows what kind of company they are. And I don't know if they're that kind of company, because they're a really big company. I don't know why they want extra money. So, like, my thoughts is Treyarch's doing this, but I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know if it's to say the COD franchise, like, they just want some money before it dies out. I don't know. Maybe. Now, another thing I want to talk about is the black market blackout, something like that. The black market blackout. And I'll show an image on the screen saying no buying COD points. And then through a date, April 1st, June 30th. Boycott to get Activision to improve the drop odds. I don't think this is gonna happen. It'd be interesting if it did happen, because, like, it's Activision and they really don't follow the community. They just follow the YouTubers and the competitive players, because that's just something they do. It's easier to follow the YouTube community. I mean, the YouTubers are kind of voice. I mean, if you really want a voice into this, you gotta talk to a YouTuber, and you gotta get that YouTuber to say it. I mean, there's plenty of YouTubers out there have been saying things. But that's who they listen to mostly, is the YouTubers or the competitive players in the community. They don't really talk to the general community, because, I mean, they just don't. They just follow the YouTubers and competitive players. It's something that happens. Now I'm talking about the big YouTubers with like a million subscribers or like 100,000 subscribers, not the low YouTubers like me or like 10,000 or something like that. But something to keep in mind when you're doing this supply drop problem. I don't know. Another thing I want to talk about is how to fix this. Now there's lots of ways to fix this. You could give everybody with the season pass all the guns, or you know, all the regular guns like the MP40, the sniper rifle, and the MX Grand and the Marshall, and not the melee weapons because they're just a reskin on the knife anyway. Like, who cares? You could get rid of the whole supply drop system with the weapons. Like, that's probably the easiest in my opinion. Just get rid of it. Like, just give everybody the weapons and just keep the other stuff, the cosmetic items, which I doubt they'll do, but I know they can do it because you can get in custom games easily. It's not like you have to like really honestly get out of a supply drop. I mean, it's easily, you could easily code into the game and give everybody it. I mean, you pretty much technically have it unlocked. It's just not, you just don't have it. I'm trying to say, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Another thing they could do is, I think the best idea that we can see is back in Advanced Warfare. I don't know if this was like a petition or something where the community, they actually spoke to the community, they actually listened to them, and they came out with every level, every level 25, every 25 levels you got a supply drop, or every time you prestige. This might come in Black Ops 3. I can see that every level 25, every 25 levels, or when you prestige, you get a rare supply drop. I can see that happening. I mean, I could really see that happening to Black Ops 3, just because Advanced Warfare did it, and maybe they just want to, you know, get that idea. That's a really good idea, and I feel strongly that it's probably one of the best we're gonna have out of it. Yeah, it's just pretty much the best. Another thing I want to talk about is, not really a lot of people are talking about, is the DLC for last gen. Now, in the beginning of the game, they barely announced the game even coming for last gen. And they completely said, hey, no Nuketown, no DLC for last gen, no supply drop system, all that stuff. And no 6 attachments. There's a lot of things that last gen does not have. But when DLC was announced for last gen, that's something that I feel like is just a money whore thing. I mean, you really, honestly, if I had a 360, and maybe, just maybe there's a person out there, obviously I wouldn't do it, but maybe there's a person out there with an Xbox 360, and they're saving up for the Xbox One because they know they can't get the DLC for the game. And now they just announced this, and that person just bought like an Xbox One or a PS4 because they were saving up, and now they're like, what? The DLC's on last gen? Why would I even need to do this? That's just something, it's not even worth it, too. $15 for those terrible maps is not worth it. You might as well just put it into a next gen console. I would do that. That's just something that you don't need to do. I mean, come on. You really, that's just money whore thing. I don't even understand how they don't even have, they can release 5 new maps, 4 multiplayer maps, and a zombie map. But they can't add Nuketown. Nuketown. And the reason they're not adding Nuketown is because they know that if they make people pay for it on last gen, then they're obviously going to get some hate. So they're not going to release Nuketown because they're not going to make any money off it. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying, hey, well, next gen has it free. Well, next gen has it for free because there was a glitch to get it for free. That's why they just released it for everybody. Everybody had Nuketown because there was this glitch that went around. And like, it was really easy to get Nuketown for free. Really, really easy. And that's why they just released it free for everybody. Because they said, well, if everybody has it, then might as well just release it to everybody and seem nice. That's why they released it. Last gen, I don't think the glitch was even, it wasn't on last gen. Because they don't even have it on last gen. This is just something that I don't understand. I'm thinking Nuketown. Nuketown is such a small map they could bring. Like, how can you bring out a DLC but not one small map? It makes no sense whatsoever. That is just something that, I mean, that's just something to say you gotta get next gen for. But then they come out with DLC saying, oh, you gotta buy this DLC for $15 before you can get a next gen. So spend $15 and then start getting your money to the next gen consoles. That's just dumb. I mean, come on. So, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. This is kind of a little rant video about my opinion on supply drops for Black Ops 3. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. I'll see you guys later in the next video. Peace. Subscribe.